Project. We are so excited for the very first episode of Order of the Penrose Triangle, a Monster of the Week powered by the Apocalypse game. Woo! Um,
Woohoo!
we are all abuzz. It's a game that I've been looking forward to for a few months, and we finally had the time and the amazing cast to put it all together. Thanks for joining us on what's sure to be a monstrously fun ride. My name is Will, and I'll be serving as the game master, or as this game calls it, the keeper for this season. That's right, it's me that's weaving our players through the madness this go around. So I'm real excited to be here. I've got the book. Everything's going to be a whole lot of fun. If you don't know about Monster of the Week, it is a standalone RPG by Evil Hat Productions, where your players become versions of classic monster hunters that you may have seen in television shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The X-Files, or Supernatural. For more information on this game, check out the mostly free resources at evilhatproductions.com. They've got a whole lot of stuff there that you could definitely check out. um, let's see, what else can I tell you on our very first episode? While we're tackling the wacky and weird here with an extra slice of whimsy, this is still a horror-based game, so we've rated it PG-13-ish. We're not censored and may at times tackle uncomfortable themes or sensitive issues. If that's not your thing, we totally get it. We've got other great shows that you can check out on other days of the week. Nether War is a superheroes galore Mondays that's mutants and masterminds, so that's a whole lot of fun. And we're really excited about the last episode of Born of Rage happening on Tuesday, followed by the end of our Carcosa Carnival, which is our Cthulhu game the week after that, and then our Blue Rose 5e game that is coming to Tuesdays starting what is that, mid-May or end of May / early June. So be able to check those out and all of our previous content that's going to be at www.untoldstoriesproject.com. Whew. So that was a whole lot of information. But having said all of that, I'd like to turn our attention to the lovely people sharing my screen, our hunters. Say howdy, hunters.
Howdy,
Howdy,
hunters.
Hunters. I'm going to give them a chance to chat about who they are, who they're playing, and where else we can find them on the interwebs or anything else that they want to promote, as well as answer my question of the day, which is, if this game were to become a movie, who would play your monster hunter in the film? Let's start with Andy.
Hello. I am Andy. No, not that one. You may have seen me on Born of Rage on Tuesday nights. I am 45 years old. Pronouns he, they. I live in Ohio. I make really good coffee. I don't know. I'm also a musician and a voice talking guy. And tonight I am playing Carmine. Carmine the Monstrous, who is a 6 foot tall anthropomorphic reptilian fella who cannot die and has an insatiable hunger, as you do. And oh yes, because he was transformed in the 1920s, he dresses and talks exactly like you'd expect a mobster to talk. No pressure whatsoever.
Awesome. And do you have someone who would play them in a movie?
Oh, excuse me. Well, yeah, I have the easy one though, because it's going to be Doug Jones. You know, it's going to be Doug Jones, right? I mean, it's the makeup.
Awesome. I love it. All right. And how about Liz?
So I am Liz. You've probably seen me in a couple of Untold Story Projects live streams. Born of Rage, I don't remember what it's called, but one that Alex ran. It was a few episodes long in the Titan City Chronicles. And I think we're doing Bridget's game. The second one is coming soon. But day to day, I love being around animals. I'm a dog walker, dog sitter. I also do a lot of crafty things, a lot of creative things. So anywhere from baking cupcakes to painting dog portraits, and just kind of being a creative person all around. As far as my character for Monster of the Week, her name is Lena. Her whole name is Selena, but she likes to go by Lena. She kind of has a Willow from Buffy feel. She's very intuitive as far as, people's feelings and just about the world around her, but she's still totally unsure of what, her place is in that world. And who would play her in the movies? I would have to say Allison Hannigan because she's just the best.
Classic.
She is. She is the best.
Or Felicia Day, if
Oh
we
yeah,
chose. But yeah.
cool. All of these actors need to reach out to us so that we can make this a thing. Awesome. Thank you, Liz. Let's move over to Dallas.
Hello, my name is Dallas. This is my first stream with Untold Stories Project. I'm excited to be here. I am a bakery manager during the day. And today I'm going to be, or for this Monster of the Week, I'm going to be playing James Barbara. He is an ice cream man. He owns an ice cream shop in New York City that's been passed down in his family from generation to generation. And he has come into this fairly new. And he is learning about some of the secrets that his family has kept from him. Yeah, I'm excited to be a part of it. What am I missing? Oh, my actor, the actor that would play my person. I'm gonna butcher his last name because I don't know how to say it. Is it Paul Bettany? It's the guy who plays Vision in the MCU.
As far as I know, you hit the
Just
pronunciation dead on.
Okay, cool. Like just an American version of him because he's real fancy. I don't think James is that fancy. So
Cool. And rounding out our cast is the wonderful Sabi. Sabi, how about you talk a little bit about you too and who you're playing and who would play them in a movie?
All right. Well, hello everybody. My name is Sabi. I'm a disembodied voice. Let's see here. I'm an artist. So I do a lot of traditional arts with acrylic paints and ink. I do a little bit of voice acting. I work with Shell Luster Studios with a bunch of projects there. So you can go check them out on, all the medias, Shell Luster Studios. My personal one is anything at Perplexed PD. That's probably me, from video games to social media. Let's see here. I play Echo. And Echo is, what am I playing? The Wronged. She is on a journey to avenge her sister. She is very much into that. She's about 28, still very much into that, that punk rock phase in her life. But she is definitely a sucker for all the cute things and the loves candy and loves ice cream especially. So ice cream is muy bueno. She's trying to stop smoking, so you can usually see her with a lollipop in her mouth, fighting that addiction, but addictions are hard, man. So she also likes to go to the batting cages to practice her swing. And you can usually find her at an arcade, usually creeping people out at the any game where you have to like shoot zombies or anything. She likes to join in as that player too. And yeah, I think that's it.
Awesome. Hey, that sounds great. So again, I'm Will. I'm not playing a character, so I don't get a movie actor. But
Point of order. Did you mention your actor?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, no, my bad. So since I'm gonna kind of like cheat here,
Mhm.
since my character looks a lot like Ramona Flowers, we're just gonna go with Mary Elizabeth Weinstead. Is that how you say her last name? Or Weinstein? You know what? You know who I'm talking about. Ramona
yeah.
Flowers, man. That's
Instead, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was also in Death
They have the
Proof.
same hair, so
Yeah.
it works. She pulls off the look well. So yeah.
Awesome. I love that. So yeah, I don't get an actor because there's too many NPCs, so I'm not going to do it for all of them. But if Fran Drescher wants to narrate, I guess that's who I would say my actor will be. So Fran, if you're listening, you can reach out to me. But I think that's about it. Does anybody have anything else they want to share before we hop into episode 1?
I don't think I said I'm a spell slinger. I use magic. Surprise.
Surprise.
That'll happen. That'll happen. I will be using magic.
Cool. Andy or Liz, did you want to share which archetypes you're playing, or do you want to leave that for
Oh, feel free.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Andy.
Carmine is the monstrous, which is, well, a bit rough. Yeah, he's been transformed by some variety of evil magic into his current form, and it's not a very pleasant form to be in, and it comes with some very unholy urges.
Oh my.
Which he sates with ice cream.
There are
Ice
worse
cream
things.
bros.
Yeah, seriously. So you're talking about, addiction is, you're giving up cigarettes, he's giving up cannibalism. One of those.
Awesome. All right.
I am playing the spooky.
Yes, I'm very excited. Yeah, we've been talking a lot about characters, so I'm really excited to see them all come to life. We've got great people playing great characters. So let's jump into episode 1, On the Border. All right. It is a dark and stormy mid-afternoon. There's rain, there's wind, there's other stormy things, but we don't really care about the weather because we're here in one of the greatest cities on earth, New York City. It's full of neon and coffee shops. You've got Broadway, you've got subways, but most importantly, you have the Olive Garden at Times Square. But we are getting a little ahead of ourselves, so let's check in on some important people. We're going to start in an indoor arcade. The rain can be heard on the roof, but only barely over the carnival that's occurring inside. There's lots of lights, there's lots of sounds. The smell of not so freshly buttered popcorn hangs in the air. And over by the racing games, we see a petite, if not feisty, young woman. Sabi, what do you think you're doing in the indoor arcade as we start?
So Echo's going to be kind of walking around, seizing up the competition in there, seeing who's playing what, if anyone's beaten her high score, kind of making her rounds. And she's going to see this kid, let's just say he's 15, 16, something like that, and he's playing one of those House of the Dead games, and he's just player 1. So she decides she's gonna put her coin in and join in as player 2.
Sure. He's happy to have you there. He will look at you. Do you know this person?
I have no idea.
Awesome. So he'll look at you a little bit confused at first, but then he will welcome any help that he can get. And you two are gonna spend some time playing there. You get to shoot, and let's say first roll of the game. Can you make a just roll a d6 for me?
Okie dokie.
A 3. Let's say that the two of you together come in second place, which is a pretty good score. Do you want to go again for a higher score, or are you happy with the score that you got?
She's gonna pull out a lollipop from her mouth. She's gonna turn to the guy next to her. Hey kid, that was some pretty good shooting.
Yeah.
Do you want to go again?
I'm game if you are. I've got quarters.
She's just gonna pop in the quarter and just start.
He will do the same. Roll another d6 for me.
Ooh.
So that time is even better. You're gonna hit number 1, and you are. His name is Greg. So he'll start typing in Greg, and he'll put a little and sign next to it, and he will say, how about you? I want to put your name in here too.
Oh, the name is Maya.
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 And you will see that he starts typing all of that out into the system, and it starts spitting out some tickets for both of you. He's not super interested in the tickets, so he's just going to walk away, leaving you with the whole kind of ream of tickets that come out.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Awesome. So you can take those, and the very last one that spits out is something different than a ticket. It almost looks kind of like a business card. And I am going to share with you right now. There's no words on this business card. There is just a symbol. And you should see in your handouts what it looks like there. Let me know if you can't.
I don't see it.
Oh,
Oh, no, I see it now.
awesome. So that is there for you. It is a symbol that you've seen before, and you've got a pretty good idea of where you need to be heading when you see this. Is there anything else that you want to do here in this arcade?
She's gonna load up the tickets in her backpack. She's gonna check her phone to see what time it is, and then she's just gonna start kind of talking to herself on the way out. She's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, Frank makes the best spaghetti. I can't wait. This is gonna be awesome." And then out to the range she goes.
All right, excellent. So tickets in hand, and you've got, how many tickets would you say are in your backpack?
Well, I'm pretty sure that the kid that works there that keeps weighing them is lying to me about how many, that she has. But she's about halfway to a giant stuffed or giant pink stuffed unicorn, and she's pretty excited about that. She knows she's got more than half, but whatever. What can you do?
Awesome. So you are well on your way to your pink unicorn as everything starts out, and you make your way out into the rain towards your destination, which is. Do you know where you're headed?
Well, I'm heading to Olive Garden.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So yes. So after seeing this business card-esque thing, you know that you're headed on your way to the Olive Garden, and we can share that. I can share that with all of our lovely audience members as well, so that they can see that too. And while we do that, we will pan over out of the arcade and across to Midtown, let's say, down the bustling streets to a small freestanding building called Barbara Cones. It is an old school ice cream shop, and behind the counter is a friendly face. Dallas, I know you've said a little bit about you, but do you want to describe kind of what you look like and what you're doing inside of the ice cream shop?
Yeah, I look just like me right here. I'm just a big, goofy, bald person. James has this really cool, he's in his work uniform as the manager and owner. It's like a red and white pinstripe suit. And he has like a little straw like hat. I'm trying to think, like a carnival hat with a little rim on it. He looks ridiculous, but he loves it. And I think, yeah, if it's like the middle of the day, we are just getting swamped at the store because we don't have a ton of people that work here. So we're probably just getting our butts handed to us.
Yeah, lots of people are coming in because it is heavily raining outside, and so they are trying to escape the weather, if nothing else. But you have something that says you have to buy something in order to stay. So there is a very long line. And how many flavors would you say that you have?
Oh man, we have at least 8.
Okay. At least 8. I like it. So you've got a line. Let's say that there's somebody at the front counter, and she's she's pretty sweet. Her name is Lauren, and she is looking for some ice cream.
Awesome. Well, can I interest you? Our most popular flavor right now, we have a rum raisin that is actually really popular with the younger crowd.
Oh, that sounds I was thinking more like bubble gum. Do you have anything like that?
Yeah, yeah. I've got like a bubble gum. It's like it's light green though. It's like a like a mint bubble gum. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, I guess I'll try that. Cool. Can I have it with like hot fudge?
Absolutely. 4 scoops.
Oh, two is fine.
I heard 3. We'll get that. We'll get that scooped up for you.
Oh, okay, great. You see that she's trying to put it into her like app of how many calories 3 scoops is now going to be instead of two. Um, and she goes to pay you. She's got cash. And as she does it, she just she leaves it with you, and she says, "Keep the change," and she will walk away. Um, she left you way too much money, and in the money is going to be a business card, and it's not going to have anything on it. It's just going to show you, and I think I gave you access to this as well. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just going to show this little symbol. Uh, and you're pretty sure that you know what that is and where you have to be headed.
All right. Yeah, I look at my sister who is helping me Sunday, and I go, Sunday, looks like you've got it under control. I am so sorry, but I have to go.
Wait, James, but you said that, but look at this line.
I'm sorry, I own the place. Bye.
So you're going to leave the ice cream store in with your little sister as the sole person there, as a massive line. Okay.
Yep, and I like to think the line is like booing me and being like, "What the heck?" But that's all I hear. People being like, "Look at him go! Look at this great store!" And I'm just like, "Thank you, I know, but I have to go. I'll be back. We'll see."
And out you go into the rain, no umbrella. Cool, Leo. Uh, let's move over to a new part of town. We'll pan into a small apartment. After all, it is New York City. It's cozy, and we see a young woman cuddled up with her cat on a love seat. She's reading from a book. Liz, can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing and where you're at?
Yeah. So I am. You said I was sitting reading.
Unless you want to be doing something else.
Oh, no, that's fine. So, Lena's totally into her book, and I don't know if anyone else does this, but she's mindlessly snacking while she's eating, especially at like intense parts. You can tell because she's just like shoveling food into her mouth as she's going, and totally unaware of everything around her.
Awesome. What's she snacking on?
Right now it's puppy chow,
Okay,
which
cool.
I don't know if you guys know is chocolate and peanut butter and powdered sugar covered Chex Mix. Well, Chex cereal,
Ah, okay.
but it's the best thing
No,
ever.
I get it.
It's sweet and it's crunchy and it's good.
It makes the world go round.
It
Cool.
does.
And your cat is nuzzled right into you. Do you want to say anything about your cat or
So he's all black. His name is Onyx. And I don't know if there's such a thing as like a support cat, but he's definitely very in tune with how I'm feeling and what I'm doing and um, can, like wake up from a nap and look at somebody approaching me and just give them that death stare that's like, am I going to attack? Am I not going to attack? So,
unlike most cats, Onyx seems to
yes.
care about what you are feeling and how you're
Other
uh
than when I'm feeding him. Yeah.
ah yes.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, it's funny that you mentioned food because you must have forgotten, but now you hear a knock at the door and the takeout that you ordered is here.
Oh yeah. Because I was gonna eat takeout while I was reading, and then it was taking too long, and I got hungry.
Yep. So you hear a knock at the door, and and you assume that it's your food.
Awesome. I'm gonna go open the door after I check through the peephole because, make sure that it's the red, like DoorDash bag or whatever, so that I don't open the door for just anybody.
Sure. As you are peeping through, you don't see anything or see anybody uh, through that peephole.
Hmm. I'm gonna open the door just a little bit.
Okay. You will see that food has been left on the outside of your door, but that whoever it is gone. So
Okay. Well, I'll pick up the food and take it in.
awesome. What kind of food did you order?
So I couldn't decide what I wanted, so I ordered from a couple of places, like some chicken nuggets, but also macaroni and cheese from some other place and just a smorgasbord.
Sure. Yep. You've got it all. It is all there for you, along with takeout menus from every single place that you ordered from. So as you go to pick out all of those, there's a small card that drops out of one of the menus. And you pick it up, and it doesn't have any words on it, just a symbol. You should have access to that symbol. And you have a pretty good idea of what you got to do.
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome.
I'm gonna pack up my bag.
And out into the rain you head as well. So finally, we're going to head to a part of the city that people rarely ever see. The deep underbelly of the city. Beneath the manholes and grates lives a network of sewers and foul smells. Somewhere in all that, though, is a pretty snazzy place for our final character. Andy, do you want to chat a little bit about who you are and where you're currently living?
Yeah. Well, Carmine is was he was a wise guy in the 1920s. Was sent down to Florida to help with some of the, a little thing to see a guy about a thing. You know how it goes. And he happened upon some local competition that seemed to have some help from the great beyond. So he now he looks like a big, scary, eat your face reptile, basically. Bright, sort of a blood red color. It ain't pretty. He made his way back to New York City and he took up residence in the sewers, as one does. So, found a nice little place, kind of off a disused maintenance tunnel, place where nobody goes anymore. And he just kind of kitted that out over the years, and took cast-offs and thrift store finds and whatever you could come up with. And he's got this little Art Deco heaven built right underneath Lower Manhattan. So at the moment, he's just dressed to the nines. He is cold blooded after all. He's got this wool suit and he's kind of kicking back. He's got the Victrola going. He's got some 78s on the. He's got a 78 on the platter, and he's just kind of relaxing with his thoughts. All two of them.
Awesome. All two of them. Cool. So you're just relaxing, listening to some music.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you hear a little bit of a clang come from the entrance of your lair, for lack of a better term.
I swear to God, if it's those turtles again. Well, he gets up. He will get up and investigate the source of the clang. Is it the door?
It is right outside of the door. Okay. And you hear a faint knock at the door, a very timid tap, tap, tap.
So, well, the elongated face makes it really hard to kind of do any kind of a peephole action, so he has to open the door.
All right.
So he will open the door like a crack.
Okay.
So there's sort of beady kind of eye peers through the door at whoever is outside.
And through that door, you will see a very small child, a little girl, eyes as wide as saucers.
I told you I don't even like the Thin Mints that much.
I hello, Mr. Sir. I um my brother dared me to I uh
Oh no. The whole point of the entire point of having an underground lair is that nobody knows where you live.
I someone told us
Let me
about.
just. I can sign something for you if you want.
I wanted to give you this, and she holds up a little card, a little business card. It is blank on one side, and on the other side there is an image on it. Um, and she'll say,
Thanks.
the man gave me $5. Okay, that's all. Goodbye.
Good night.
And she will start crying, but she will make her way back. Just a girl in the sewers,
But
making
I'm
her
the
way.
weird one.
Sure. And so I think I just shared that image with you as well. So I think you've got a pretty good idea where you need to go.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the last time I was there, they did revoke my unlimited pasta pass.
Awesome. So you will start heading over to the
That is
Olive Garden as
Times
well.
Square Olive Garden.
Yes. How are you going to get there? Looking as you do.
Well, he's got so he has to like change his whole he has to change his outfit because there's hanging around the house clothes and then there's going out clothes, and he puts on this hat, and when he puts on the hat his face appears to change. It no longer appears to be he is no longer gator face or anything. He actually looks like, oh gosh, he just has this. I never even thought about what his preferred human face would look like. Hmm. So I guess it starts to look like how he looked in life. He just kind of has these heavy set kind of jaw and a lot of lines in the face, and kind of looks like he was drawn on Batman the animated series. You know what I mean? And kind of make sure everything is set okay, and then he heads out the door.
Awesome. So as if by magic, this hat completely changes your appearance.
Yes.
And you are able to climb up and out of the sewers. And you get a few odd stares, as some people see someone of your stature and your clothing just kind of appear out of a manhole. But here you are, and you're able to walk down the streets and to the Olive Garden. And let's say that while you're making your way, all of you, the Olive Garden is anxiously awaiting your arrival. And as soon as you get there, you will see Luke, who is the maitre d', who you've all met. He will escort you to the back, let's say. And in the back, there is a small elevator, and you will start heading down into the basement of the Olive Garden. Who thinks that they would arrive there first? Or we can all arrive together. That's totally fine too.
I'll say I get there first.
Okay, awesome. So you will arrive, and you will enter a very sterile room. It's all white, and there is no one there, but there are 4 chairs there.
Awesome. I just take a seat.
Okay. Anybody want to enter second into this room?
Sure.
All right. And so then we have Lena come in. And Lena and James, do you two know each other?
Mhm.
You want to talk a little bit about that, or do you?
I don't think we talked about it if we were going to talk about it. We know who the other person is, but we were kind of estranged from each other for a while.
Yep.
So we acknowledge each other, I guess.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Lena, you are free to take one of the other seats if you'd like, but it is awkward and silent as you both don't normally work together. So you're not exactly sure what's going on here. And let's say that Carmine and Echo both enter together. So things are a little bit, you've all probably got some questions because you're used to working kind of alone. But after all of you arrive, you will see that a fifth person comes in. And I've got some art for him, so let me share that with all of you. And this is Russell Hess, who has contracted you before for some work. And he will look at all of you and he will say, thank you for being here. And why don't you all have a seat? We've got some stuff to discuss.
Russell, you son of a gun.
Oh boy.
Well, as all of you know, there are things afoot, and we are here to take care of some of those things. You have all helped us in the past in smaller capacities as consultants, and now we would like to extend to you, let's say, employment at the Penrose Triangle.
And what does that entail exactly?
Well, it means that you would be making some money for helping us with some paranormal or supernatural activities. You'd get a paycheck to do what you've already been doing.
Does that include insurance?
Uh,
Not that I need it. I'm just asking.
it includes, let's say, medical attention should you need it.
What about veterinary attention?
That can be arranged too. And you will see, as you mentioned, veterinary attention, I'm going to share with you a small dog that will hop into the lap of Russell. This is Faust. You have met Faust before, Lena. I'm not sure that Carmine has met Faust before.
No, he has not. He's
So-
not. I'm not dog people. No.
So Faust is generally happy. He's glad to be here, and he will curl up into Russell as they continue to talk. And Russell will share that yes, he's happy to have veterinary accommodations for Onyx as well.
So just so we're clear, the cat gets perfect care and I might not get dental, just so we're clear.
Yeah, that is correct, James.
Perfect. Okay.
With
awesome.
the
Just
amount
wanted
of
to-
ice cream that you eat, I'm not sure that it's in the budget to take care of your cavities.
All right. Well, just let me know where I can sign up my teeth as pets, and we'll go from there.
All right, cool.
Don't feel too bad. They skimp on the dry skin lotion for me too.
Typical Russell.
Yeah.
Yes. So I would like to extend this invitation to all of you. The reason that I brought you all here together is because I'm interested in forming a team between the four of you. I understand that you all know each other to some capacity, and some of these cases might require a little bit more care.
So Echo's gonna kind of be playing with like her brass knuckles. Care? Me?
Yes. So you all have specific talents that I think will pair pretty well together. Um, he will look at the brass knuckles, Echo, and he will say, "I'm sure that those can be put to good use as you
I
make
really
your."
like to smash face in. So if that's what you mean by care, I'm here for it.
There will definitely be times in which that will be needed, probably sooner rather than later.
Sorry if you can hear snoring. It's my dog.
Goomba.
My apologies.
Not a problem.
Goomba's
Never
the
apologize.
cutest pug ever.
Awesome. So he will pull out a file from his jacket pocket and he will hand it over. He's got one for each of you. They all share the same thing. And he will share with you. I'd like for you to look all of this over. I think that this would be a very interesting first case for us to look at together as a team. I'd like to know your thoughts, and if you're available, I'd like for you guys to head out sooner rather than later to deal with this.
How soon?
Head out.
Yes. So as soon as humanly, and he'll look over at Carmine quizzically, possible, I would like for this matter to be handled, but it will require a bit of travel. Our case seems to be in Texas, and he will walk you through the contents of this folder, which is all about a barn, a farm down in Texas in El Paso. And it is called the Tournay Farm. And all of their livestock have been turning up completely devoid of blood, missing internal organs. There are some images of the livestock that were faxed in. They're deceased, but otherwise they're in fine condition. There's no big gashes. There's a small incision that happens around the neck that's, almost, let's say, a little bit larger than a needle, but that's all that there is. It has a little bit of redness similar to a mosquito bite. So the owner is at their wit's end, and they need to keep the rest of their livestock alive to make profit this year. So, they've reached out to us. They've tasked us with finding out what's happening to the livestock and taking care of anything that we might encounter.
So,
Hey.
So this means I have to get on a plane?
Well, budget is tight. We don't necessarily have a whole lot of accommodations when it comes to planes, but we do have cars and trains and
Yeah, no. Trains I can deal with. It's easy. Okay.
You can always ride with me if you want.
I'm sure you could also talk to Penny, and she might have some stuff that you could borrow if you want to take vehicles.
Sure.
Who's up for a road trip?
That depends. Do you think I could probably get Frank to make me a to-go order?
Oh, sure. Yep, that is part of the pay. You can have as much Italian as you'd like.
Oh, yeah.
Unlimited breadsticks.
Oh, the breadsticks. Those are the best.
Awesome.
You said we could talk to Penny about cars. Do we get like a really nice luxury transportation vehicle?
I wouldn't define luxury.
Air conditioning,
I'm sure we can make air conditioning work.
Good. Texas is hot. Texas is hot. And if it's one thing the ice cream guy hates, it's the hot.
Oh my gosh, you'll be there to supply us with ice cream. This is going to be great.
I'm sure I can grab a couple pints from the store before we head out.
Hell yeah.
Carmine kind of winces at the mention of air conditioning. So,
Sounds good. Anything else that you want to do while you're here?
Place that to go order.
yeah.
So you're free to go place a to go order. Um, as you all enter that elevator to leave, you'll hear a voice behind you that'll say, "Aren't you forgetting to say goodbye?" And
Just Penny.
as you turn around, you see a new person, Penny Hess, who you have seen in the past.
Oh, Penny, what am I thinking? Not saying goodbye to you before I leave.
Well, it's good to see you too. I thought you might want these. And she dangles a set of keys in front of you. Unless you were going to take that ice cream truck.
I take the keys.
Don't put ideas in his head, please. Penny, I beg you.
Ice cream truck.
Awesome. She will turn to you, Carmine, and she'll say, how's that hat treating you?
It's a pretty good fit. Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of does this thing where he sort of like wiggles it on and off real quick just to, change his appearance like a strobe light.
Well, if it ever needs any tweaks, you let me know, okay?
You'll be the first to know.
All right, sounds good. And she will turn to Lena, and she's got a Sharpie in her hand, and she will just quickly jot down her number on your hand in Sharpie, if you'll let her. And she'll say to you, I tried texting and you never responded. So just in case you lost my number, here it is. If you need anything at all, now you've got it. Okay. And then she will turn to Echo and she will say, I've already placed your order for you, sweetie. It should be right up there whenever you get up there. Oh no, we lost Sabi.
Wait, what?
Oh, and we got to hydrate. So everybody hydrate.
I will actually reach for the water.
Awesome. So anything else that we want to do in New York City before we start making our way?
I for sure need to call the store to tell Sunday I'm going to be gone for a little bit.
Yeah, she's not going to be happy with you.
No, she is not.
Awesome. Easy enough to do. You can call her, and are you calling her cell or are you calling the
I'm going to call the store.
Okay, she'll pick up and she'll be like, hello?
Sunday, that is not how we answer the phone at Barbara Cohn's.
Oh my gosh. Hi, thank you for calling Barbara Cones. This is Sunday Cones, Barbara. How can I, would you like an order or?
Is it still busy? Are you still getting your butt handed to you?
Oh no, I closed down like 3 hours ago.
Okay. Okay. Well, did Kip at least show up to help?
No, it was busy, so I just flipped the sign to closed, and then it wasn't busy, so nobody came in.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be gone for a couple days, so you are gonna get a promotion for a little bit. How's that sound?
A little bit. I mean,
A temporary promotion.
does it come with a pay promotion?
An extra 25 cents a day.
forever or just for the days I'm promoted?
Wait, just 25 cents, like not 25 cents per hour, just 25 cents.
We at Barber Cones don't like to discuss our our pay. You look, here's the deal. You already make what, $12 an hour?
I wish. Are we gonna say I make $12 an hour?
You know what? $12 an hour for you.
Forever, not just for the days I'm promoted.
Forever. We'll say forever.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Don't let it burn to the ground. Keep all at least 8 of those flavors pumping.
Okay. Like how many days are you gonna be gone? Are you gonna make it back to have family dinner?
Am I still within Penny's vicinity?
Within Penny's vicinity? No, let's say you're in the elevator. You're heading back up.
Okay. I kind of put it, and I'm like, anybody know how long we're gone? What'd that folder say? Did it say how long we were gonna be gone?
You've still got the folder. It doesn't say, but you know that Texas by road is probably 2 days away. Then you got to deal with something and then head 2 days back.
Sunday, I'm gonna be gone for like 3 days tops.
Time passes differently in Texas.
Oh, okay.
That's
Well,
very optimistic.
and I can't just keep the store closed for just 3 days.
Oh my gosh. You know what? We have to be. I'll level with you. We have to be open for at least 3 hours a day, and you get to pick the hours.
Okay, sounds good.
And no, they don't all have to be in a row.
No, that's great. I think, okay, I get it. And as she's hanging up, you can hear her say, "Did you hear that? I can do from like 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. and no one cares." And then she hangs up.
And I'm like, it's New York. There will be people. It's the worst crowd. Okay. I hang up. Perfectly. Yep. We're good.
Awesome.
We're good to go.
Anybody else have anything that they need to do or want to do before
I mean, obviously we're going like back to our places to like pack and stuff, right? Or are
Yep.
we leaving straight from? Okay.
I mean, you've got time. You
'Cause,
can do
you
things
know,
if you need.
Onyx needs his special kitty bed and food and yeah.
Awesome. And you've got like I mean, for all intents and purposes, your backpack is kind of the Mary Poppins bag that can hold a whole lot of stuff. So so all of that is easy enough to get in there.
Cool.
Carmine, anything that you need to do before heading to Texas?
No, Carmine's just gonna he's gonna pack his suitcase. Guess what the outside of the suitcase is made out of?
Is it wool?
Actually, no, it's not. Neither is it gator skin. It's actually just fine fake leather. Very nice. Yeah, he just packs up his stuff and is ready to depart.
Awesome. And Echo, anything that you got to do before we head to Texas?
Oh, just gotta stop by the house, grab the baseball bat, and load up the truck, and I'm good to go.
Sounds good. So you've got, and do you want to explain your car to everybody?
Oh, so Echo has a very plain, just a pickup truck. It's a dark, it's a dark gray color. It's slightly rusted. It's a pretty beat up vehicle, but she loves it. It gets her where she needs to go.
Sounds good. And James, you can see that the car that Penny provided you was none other than a Prius. Let's say a 2012 Prius. It is bright orange.
Very conspicuous.
And you've got the two vehicles. Is how's everybody traveling?
With whoever is not allergic to cats or won't eat them.
Okay.
I'll travel with the cat. However, Lena travels, I'll travel.
Cool.
All right.
Train would
Not be
take
around
like
small animals.
a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Trains I think are gonna be tough. So if we're gonna
Yeah, fair enough.
carpool, I guess that leaves Carmine and Echo. So easy enough for you guys to get there. And
Yeah, we can do it.
through montage magic, we will say that this car ride goes well, and there's nothing. You've got all the gas and electricity and everything that you need to get to Texas. Pretty easy. Does anybody want to do anything while we're driving?
I mean, we need to pick up snacks, but that's a given.
I mean, yeah, we've got rest
Lots of
stops
them.
along the ways. We've
Yeah.
got gas stations along the ways. Any specific snacks that you're looking for?
Yes, Lena has switched to oatmeal cream pies.
The greatest travel food.
Pretty
Um,
much.
awesome. So you've definitely got those. Anybody else want to do anything while we're traveling?
I whistle an ice cream truck tune for just like a couple hours at most.
Sounds good. Awesome. So we've got that. We've got a whole bunch of road trip tunes that Penny was already gracious enough to plug into the car so they can play for you. Echo, any music that you're playing?
Hey Carmine, what you want to listen to?
Nothing that I'm really into is. I didn't bring my Victrola. It's okay.
Oh yeah, you're into like that speaks easy type of stuff, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Let's see if we can find you something on here. And I guess Echo is going to turn to whatever radio station.
You probably won't find what Carmine's into. You will probably not find on a radio these days, but that's okay.
AM maybe.
Maybe. You never know.
Let's say you find a station that just loops Moon River over and over again.
Oh, how dare you! How
Yeah,
dare you.
so this is what you want, right? This is gonna be a long ride.
I'm already being punished for eternity. Don't make it worse.
Jeez, I was just trying to include you.
Can I have an out of character moment? I actually like Moon River quite a bit. I really love Breakfast
It's a good
at Tiffany's
song.
quite a lot. It's just.
I don't know the song.
It's just.
I'm gonna look it up after though.
Picture Audrey Hepburn crying in the rain. It's pretty easy.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, well,
Excellent.
because once you do that, it just starts playing automatically.
Yeah, that's a perfect road trip song. Absolutely. Let's do it.
The longest.
Wait, from New York to
dampest.
Texas?
Sure,
with
yeah.
Crying Audrey. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
why
do
not?
it.
Alex,
Let's
don't
do
get any ideas. We're not doing that.
Oh. Yes.
All right. So
There we go.
so that's a whole lot of fun happening in one car. And then there's oatmeal cream pies and let's say Penny put like Taylor Swift Finest on the car for you guys to listen to in the Prius on the way down. So
And Britney Spears.
and
'cause she
Brittany.
has- Yep.
Cool.
That's all the ice cream truck music is. It's pop music, but with an ice cream truck flavor on it.
Yes.
Awesome. So you guys head down to Texas. There's nothing really of note on the trip to Texas. It's a whole lot of after you exit the city, there's less rain. You move further down south, it gets hotter. There is AC in both of the vehicles, so you can have it or not as you wish.
If the AC is on, Carmine's going to be sleeping.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn to Carmine and be like, so, like, are you cold-blooded or?
Yeah, it happens. It happens sometimes with age. It happens to every guy, as he gets older.
All right. Well, that's fair.
What is it? If you want the AC on, it's cool. I can sleep the whole way. You won't even know I'm here. It's all right.
Oh no. I picked this radio station just for you. You're
there we
going
go.
to stay awake. I'll blast the heat if I have to.
Yeah, windows down then.
Okay, we're going windows down.
Awesome. And you can crank the window down and it will do that for you. Cool. So you make it all the way to Texas. You make it all the way to the border and you make it to the Tournay farm. It is, what can I tell you about the Tournay farm? Let's see. It's a very beautiful farm. It sits on a whole lot of land. It is classic. There's an old white farmhouse. It sits about a quarter mile off of the main road. Seems inviting enough. There's a classic silo and a barn that's maybe 100 yards to the left of the main house. Well maintained. What livestock are out and about seem happy and well fed. And you can drive right up to the house.
And we do.
Well, that was a very long song. I hope you're happy. I did this just for you.
I didn't even realize there was a 28-hour long version of Moon River, but I stand corrected.
It's going to play in all of my dreams.
Well, it's always played in mine.
Oh gosh, is this what your life is like?
You have no idea.
And as you guys are discussing that, a woman will appear. She'll come out of the house. I am sharing her with you right now. And she will come up to you and she will say, "Well, hi there. Are you the people I was expecting?
I hope so.
Are you with the and she'll say it in a hushed tone, the triangle people?"
Triangle people. Are we triangle
They've
people?
been called worse.
Well, we are certainly not a bunch of squares.
Ooh.
Hey.
Well, I'm just so glad that you're here. I don't know what's going on, and I don't know who to turn to anymore. Would you like to come inside?
Well, what do you say, fellow triangle people? We heading in?
Lead the way.
Awesome. And she will invite you on in. She's got some fresh cookies in there. She's got some tea.
Oh, hell yeah.
Some nice Southern sweet iced tea if anybody needs anything.
Yeah. All the cookies, please.
Yeah.
Awesome. So she's happy to share. And she'll just sit down and she will say, I am so glad that you're here. I just don't know where to turn. These problems have been happening for more than a week now, and we just don't know what else to do.
More than a week?
Yeah, it started with just our sheep, and now it has moved on to our cows and our chickens and our goats, and we just, this is how we live, and I don't know how we're gonna get by if and tears kind of start welling in her eyes. And
Is it just been the animals? We haven't had any human casualties that we know of?
oh golly, no, not that I know of. Why do you think that whatever this is could come after people too?
I hadn't thought of that, but how terrifying. How terrifying. let's see here. Do you think maybe we could start by could you show us where you found some of these animals?
Yeah, I sure. And she'll escort you guys outside, or she'll walk over to the window and she'll kind of point to a field. Um, well, that's where we let our animals all kind of roam free. Um, you know, that's where we started finding things, and then the barn. I don't go in there as much anymore. I've got people that kind of look after them, but um, I first encountered them in the field.
Interesting.
Why don't we have a look? Where's the most recent one of these?
Well,
sites
could
that you
I
found?
roll to investigate a mystery?
Sure.
Let's
Our
roll
first
with
character move.
Ooh, where is it? Okay. That is a 9.
So on a 9 in investigate a mystery, you get to ask me one of the questions in those 7 or 8 questions there.
Mm-hmm. I have a silly question. If I asked what happened here, are you just going to say some animals died?
I mean,
do I get more? Okay, you know what? Okay, we're just gonna scratch it. We're gonna scratch it. I'm gonna say, I mean, one of the questions is what sort of creature is it?
sure. Looking out, you are able to see that the grass is fairly long in certain areas, and you can definitely tell that like tussles have happened here. There, you rolled well enough to see that there's some blood splatter here and there, and this is definitely a beast that did this, and it is definitely of the supernatural, paranormal kind.
I'd like to think I get down on the ground and I'm kind of like looking, I'm getting like super close. It's super hot though, so I'm gonna take off my jacket. And I have like a white t-shirt underneath this vest. And then I also I turn my pants into shorts by unzipping and taking off the bottom half.
Sure.
Because Texas is hot. And it also helps me get in the investigation mood. And I go, I think it was a beast of the supernatural kind. Thank you.
Oh wow. Good good investigating, man.
Thank you. Yep, you can see where, there's a little bit of blood. I mean, it's weird because the file said that it looked like, you said it looked like a mosquito bite almost.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, why don't you on a 7 to, you said you rolled a 9.
I rolled a 9.
Yeah, so on a 7 to 9, I'll also tell you this blood is not of a red color. It looks like that's how you got that it was probably a paranormal beast. This is probably blood from the beast, not from
the beast itself. Gotcha. Not from
yeah,
something.
as if maybe it got hit or cut or somehow it is bleeding too.
Gotcha. So I kind of take some of the blood, like I find it and kind of rub it in my fingers. And I go, anybody, any thoughts?
Hey, yeah. I mean, if it's bleeding, we can follow it.
And I piggyback on that with my sight.
Sure.
Cool.
And Will, did you say, is Melinda with us?
So did you go outside? She was just showing you through the glass, but I think to like through the window. But I think if you were gonna investigate, you'd probably head out there. You
Oh,
said you
yeah,
were
for
kind of like
sure.
down and about. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
She as you exit, she said, well, my son is out with our new dog at a dog show. Um, I should probably call him. You said that it might hurt humans, and I just want him to be extra aware while he's coming home in case this thing starts going after people too. He's kind of small.
Way to bury the lead that there's a dog show, Melinda. I'm not mad. I'm just okay.
Oh,
Anyway,
do you like dogs? There's a dog show. It's a few miles down the road. It's just at the local pet store. Uh, yeah, my son found a new dog to keep him company. I run this farm by myself, and he found this new dog, and he said he was going to enter it in the show, and he's done a good job of raising it all by himself, and he's hoping to win that cash prize to help the farm. So
What kind of dog is it?
Back up off that. How long ago did he find this dog?
oh, it's been a few weeks now, maybe even a month.
Okay.
Maybe a little less. I don't know. I don't get to see him much. I work too many hours.
I'm sorry, I jumped somebody else's question, so please, please continue with the. I'm sorry, you asked what.
That's
what
okay.
breed
What
it was.
breed it was?
You know, I actually haven't seen the dog. You know, Gary says that he's real sweet. He's not like the other dogs that we've seen around here. So he's been working to train him, and he gave him a nice name, and he lives, you know, over in the barn.
What's the
What-
dog's name?
Totally
Oh,
gonna ask that.
He named the dog Hugo, I think was the name.
Hugo.
Like after the explorer, or
You know, I don't know where the name comes from. He does a lot of reading, so
mm,
Melinda, I have another question. Did this dog show up around the same time that these animals started not being alive?
well, I mean, the dog showed up earlier, for sure, but why do you think it's the dog?
No, no, no. I turned to everybody. So it's for sure the dog, right?
I mean, if she hasn't seen it,
Well,
that's my guess.
That would be kind
you
of
said
strange.
he stays in the barn, right?
To my knowledge, yeah, I've never seen him outside of the barn. I've never seen him.
Oh, well, how about we just, go check out the barn real quick? Leave it to us triangle people. We've got this.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna call Gary and make sure that he knows to be, you know, careful as he's coming home.
Sure.
Melinda, one last question. Before we go to the barn, how much is this cash prize for the dog show? Do you know off the top of your head?
I mean, it's not much. We're just, you know, we're town folk around here. It's probably $200.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call him. I mean, if you're looking for Hugo, he's not in the barn. He's at the show with Gary. So
Well, yeah, we just want to, check the area where he stays and,
sure, yeah.
investigate.
I
Lover
want
of
this
animal
resolved.
husbandry.
So yeah, you do what you got to do. Everything should be open for you, and yeah, you take a peek.
Did you maybe want to come with us?
Well,
I mean, if this thing is dangerous.
Do you think that I'd rather call Gary first, and then I'll meet you in there in a few minutes.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's just right over there where, you know, and she'll point to a very large barn that you cannot miss.
Very good.
And she will head back inside, and she'll close the screen door, but the main door is still open, so you can enter if you need.
Is there any way that I could, if everyone else is going to the barn, that I could kind of like stay where I am and kind of listen in to see if I can hear her talking to Gary?
Sure.
Mhm.
What do I want you to roll for that?
And I'm like, do I roll stealth? Oops, that's
Well, there isn't really.
Yeah, there is no stealth for this. So let's say, how are you doing it? Are you just like gonna?
I was just gonna like kind of position myself where she couldn't see me, and I guess if she's like staying in the room that's right off the door, just trying to listen to her, or if she like walks into the other room, I want to sneak in the house and stay at least a room adjacent to her, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that. Give me an act under pressure roll. That's kind of the catch-all.
Yeah, act under pressure is cool, right?
Oh, yeah. Why are you asking me that? Yes, I
I'm
believe
sorry.
so. No,
well,
it's a new system. We're all figuring it out. So
Yeah.
Guess what James isn't? Cool. But he got a 10.
he got a 10. So that's considered a success, not even a mixed success. So yeah, you are undetected. You can listen kind of through that screen door, let's say. You don't hear anything super out of the ordinary. She's just calling. She's calling from a landline, and she is just calling to say, "Now, Gary, I don't want to worry you, but there are some people here who think that some stuff might be dangerous. So please hurry home as soon as you can from the pet store, and just be safe. You know how to be safe. Use that slingshot of yours if you need to." And she kind of waits for him to respond, and yeah, she's not really giving you anything more than that.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I just after that I run back outside. I like grab some cookies and put them in my pocket and then run outside.
Cool. And the rest of us are heading to the barn.
Yeah, I figure Carmine's probably going to lead the way there, being, he's kind of the tank, I think.
Sure.
Yeah, he's. Plus, honestly, I want to see what it looks like. Champion dog, the boarding of a champion dog. It's classic.
Sure. Yeah, the barn is a typical, a barn for livestock. There are, the rafters, the stalls, everything that you would expect. Hay up the wazoo. It's very clean. They must pride themselves very much on taking care of their animals and their space. As you go to flip the lights, you see that the power does not work. So there are no working lights in here. The only light comes through the barn door as it opens.
I have the strange urge to read a bad situation, and I'm not sure why.
Sure, go ahead and read a bad situation for me.
I think I should. That's
not that this is a bad situation.
No, well, the fact that it's a barn where he raises the dog and the lights are out, the power's out. That seems weird. So that's a sharp roll, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
To read a bad situation is a sharp roll, I think.
Correct.
Nothing forward. How we do? That didn't go so good.
Okay, that's okay. So failure. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. I saw the little thing. I forget, when you fail a roll, you get to mark experience.
You do. You get experience for every failed roll in this game because you learn from your mistakes. So I it's something I really love about this system. So so be sure to mark that experience for yourself, and you are 20% closer to leveling up.
And now you get to take a hard move.
Yes. So so I'm gonna hold on to that hard move. I'm not gonna use it quite yet, but you did not get any. You don't know. You're looking at everything, and it's just your eyes are still adjusting to the dark a little bit.
Sure is dark in here. Leslie says, I look at me as I am announcing myself to the inky blackness just in case there's anything that wants to know what tastes good in the near vicinity. That was very sarcastic. Excuse me. I should know better. I should not do that.
What is everybody else doing while Carmine is staring into the black void?
I was gonna say that on the way there, I'm totally. I mean, I don't know where James's like jacket and I guess pants legs went, but I can see Echo kind of scooping them up, as kind of like a just picking up after them, making sure everybody has their things, and is probably has these pant legs under her arms coming in.
Sounds good. So you have all of James's.
Unless James like has it on him, of course, then that's fine. But I just figured you kind of threw him aside and just got down on your hands and knees and started crawling. So
just like
yeah, exactly. You're like investigation mode, and I'm like in mom mode, picking up your clothes. Yeah. Okay.
perfect.
Just make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I have James's jacket and pants legs.
Sounds good. So you are now equipped with 2 pants legs and a jacket.
Yeah, you never know when you might need extra pants legs in Texas.
How about Lena?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Lena is looking around for Onyx because he wandered off somewhere.
Okay. In the barn or
Up to Keeper?
okay. So yeah, Onyx can kind of sneak through. Onyx is a black cat, so it's probably hard for you to find Onyx in the dark. But are so you're actively looking for Onyx?
Kind of like I'm listening for his like sarcastic, comments and stuff.
Sure.
Not.
Why don't you give me an investigative mystery roll?
With sharp or weird?
I think for you it is sharp.
Okay.
I don't think you took the thing to change it. I'm checking for you right now, but
I don't think so.
no.
Okay.
So it's just a sharp roll for you.
And 11.
An 11 is a super
It's
success.
a success.
Yeah. So so what you're going to find, you'll find Onyx in here. With an 11, I'll even say that from your backpack, you can pull out a flashlight. You've got a flashlight in here now, so you have a light source. And you find Onyx on the ground here, playing with what looks like eggshells, like really big eggshells.
Like ostrich eggshell big or like chicken egg big?
Let's say ostrich or even a little bit larger than an ostrich. They are already cracked and already so they're the shards that have remained. Whatever was in these has awoken, let's say. And with an 11, I will also say you hear some scurrying kind of up the beams and in the rafters. And just so you know, because you rolled an 11, you do get to ask 2 of those questions in Investigate a Mystery. But I'll give you all of that information for free.
Wait, where are my questions?
So if you go into the moves reference number 1 handout under Investigate a Mystery. which is in that second column there. You should see.
Okay. What kind of creature is it? Like, okay, can we tell that it's like fowl eggs or reptile eggs or?
Yeah, this animal is, it is not a reptile, but it's as close to a reptile as you could get without, it's mammalian, but it is as close to a reptile as you can get while still being a mammal.
Okay, so like similar to Carmine or like not?
I would say not.
Okay.
This is, you know that it's on 4 legs. You know that it is these, because you have more than one ostrich egg, are also fairly young.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna relay that information to my group and just tell them to keep their eyes up and their ears open.
Okay.
Or ear holes.
I'm going to pull out my ice cream scoop.
Sure.
Have it in my hand.
And Lena, you do get one more question if you want, or you can save it for later.
I think I'm gonna save it for later. I think that's enough.
Awesome.
To go on for now.
Anybody want to do anything else?
Echo would like to walk into the barn and just kind of look around, see if anything is out of the ordinary.
Sure. Give me an investigative mystery roll. That is a sharp. I'll give you a choice between that or read a bad situation, but they're both sharp rolls.
Okay. I don't know. How about a bad situation?
Sure.
I'm sorry. Then I go under the sheet and click on the dice next to sharp.
Yep. And Roll20 will work its magic and already calculate all of your pluses or minuses that your character would have for sharp.
Okay.
So you got an 8. That is a mixed success. You can ask one of these 6 questions, which is under the moves reference 1 sheet. So what's your best way in? What's your best way out? Are there dangers we haven't noticed?
Oh, okay. What is the biggest threat?
Sure. As you look up into the rafters, you see 2 sets of, let's say, deep red eyes staring back at you.
Okay. I'm sorry, did you say I could ask 2 or just the one question?
Just the one,
Okay.
but that's what you see. And I will also say that you feel a slight rumble under your feet.
Echo's just going to hold still and hold her breath and kind of slowly turn and try to make some hand signals to anybody who's nearby to try to get their attention without making too big of a scene.
Sure.
And kind of
that,
whispering, guys.
why don't you act under pressure for me there? So give me a cool roll. All right, looks like you got a 6 there. So that is considered a failure. So be sure to mark your experience on your character sheet there. And you're gonna whisper a little bit louder than you wanted to. But as you do, everybody, you're able to relay the information that you want to. So remind me again, Echo, what that was. With your hand signals.
Sorry, it cut out for a second.
Oh.
I didn't hear what you said.
Sorry about that. So be sure to mark off your experience for your character. And then you were just a little bit too loud. So you didn't quite set out what you wanted to do, but everybody heard you as you said, guys. And what were the hand signals that you were trying to relay to everybody?
A semi attempt of elegant hand swiping motions, just flailing, if you will.
Okay, sounds good. And as you do it, and as your voice echoes kind of louder and louder into the barn, these two eyes will kind of bolt. These two sets of eyes will kind of bolt down from the rafters and into the light as from beneath you, two more of these creatures will burrow out from beneath you. And I'm sharing with you now what that looks like. You see these four creatures kind of surrounding you. They were going to attack you, Echo, but with your special homebrew, a monster cannot get a drop on you. You're always prepared. So I used my hard move in vain on you there. But that is what you see, and you have come face to face with what you think might be part of the problem.
Chinese water-crested dog.
So I think with that, we're at 8:30. So this is a good spot for us to take a quick little break here. Everybody can get up and stretch, use the restroom, grab a glass of water, check out our really cool carousel of ads for all of our other shows and stuff. And we will be back in just a few minutes with more of episode 1.